Hey YouTube, Chloe here, and welcome back. So, I wanted to have a conversation to highlight and address a very common and very specific phenomenon with men of fame, financially successful black men, athletes, and entertainers. And that phenomenon is called the come up woman or the cleanup woman, or what I call the when he get on syndrome. And the when he get on syndrome is the phenomenon in the black community where successful black men take their success, their finances, and their resources and marry and build families with women who aren't black. And for black men, ladies, this isn't personal towards black women. Black men, like most men, are simply being loyal to themselves. So when black men are on the top of their game, they're in the midst of their prime, their heads are gassed, their egos are overinflated, they are on top of the mountain, they feel limitless, and they are riding a wave that they never expect to come down from. So, the when he get on syndrome is about having access to the kind of women they've always dreamed of having and looking like the man to other men. And it's about having access to women whom they've never had access to prior to having financial success. And the when he get on syndrome is about the quote unquote woman that represents peak status and stature in terms of his earning power. And this is not uncommon with most men. Men in general are often expected to trade in and trade up as they gain more success. These are just the facts of life. When men are at their peak, they don't want equally yoked because equally yoked is a myth. When black men are at their peak, they are not hashtag black love the way black women are. Men of means are conditioned to align themselves with women who are a reflection of their success and their stature and themselves. They're not thinking, oh, my woman is so kind and she's so sweet and she makes me laugh and she has a great soul and a great personality and she's a great cook when they have money. They are thinking of their colleagues and impressing their colleagues. They are thinking of red carpet events and galas and fundraisers and art openings and being spotted by TMZ or being followed by the paparazzi. And their woman has to be a reflection of making them look good, period, dot. But I wanted to dive a little bit deeper beneath the surface to touch on why some successful black men, some tend to not want black women while they're in their prime, but always come running back to black women when they are in their decline. And this video is being made to point out to my viewers how to understand the true nature of men. Men are about to come up by any means necessary, and I will always say this on my channel. Men are as loyal as their options, and the amount of money that they have is what opens up their options. A man will always go after what he can afford, and men by instinct know the kind of women that they have access to according to their finances. Now, keep in mind, ladies, this is not what I think. This is what men think. This is how men think. For the most part, men are attracted to fit, feminine, beautiful, youthful, and carefree women. Men, for the most part, are attracted to softness and lightheartedness and playfulness. Men, whether dusty or successful, are not attracted to women who are masculine, who are angry, who are argumentative, women who nag, defiant women, and women who've let themselves go. With that being said, a Dusty will settle for whatever he can get and whatever he can take. And a man will usually look for a starter wife or a girlfriend with enough low self-esteem to take advantage of. But when he get on, watch out, because men by nature are only loyal to their egos and themselves. And black men are no different. A lot of black women want to believe that black men are loyal to their blackness first, but men are loyal to what's between their legs, like all men are, and men are loyal to feeding their egos. Black men are not loyal to ride or die women. Black men are not loyal to women who look like their moms. Black men are not loyal to women who sacrifice for them. Black men are not loyal to women who take their shirts off their backs and give it to them. Black men are loyal to themselves, and men are loyal to themselves and themselves only. Not because they hate themselves, but because they are men first. And this is why women should be hypergamous, because when a woman is hypergamous, the man is no longer the prize. She is. When a woman is hypergamous, she's more inclined to understand the power of her femininity, how to harness it, and how to use it. And when a woman is hypergamous, she is more than willing to accept the fruits of a man's labor and success and not apologize for it. A hypergamous woman is not afraid of being called a gold digger because she knows that a man calling her a gold digger is what a poor man would say. A hypergamous woman knows that she is deserving, and that when a man brings up the issue of the table, that he's speaking out of his own insecurity, his inadequacy, and his inability to 100% provide. A hypergamous woman knows that she is not low hanging fruit. A hypergamous woman doesn't have to tap dance or waste her time around a broke man or an ambitionless man because she knows he has nothing substantial to offer. A hypergamous woman accepts being wined and dined and courted, and she doesn't feel embarrassed when she's receiving because she knows that it's a man's role to impress women, and that it is a masculine man's role to have a protector and provider mindset. A hypergamous woman is an unconfused woman because she knows that her femininity is what will help her get what she wants out of men. And a hypergamous mindset is a winner's mindset, and that is why you need to subscribe to this channel, because that mindset is what's mine is mine and what's his is mine. And unfortunately, most Black women do not have that winner's mindset, that winner's hypergamous mindset. And unfortunately, Black women are not associated with femininity at all. Black women are associated with hypersexuality and being alpha females, and this works against their image and works against them in relationships. And this association with being an alpha woman makes Black women come off as harsh and rough around the edges. As a narrative, Black women are associated with struggle. Black women are associated with masculinity. Black women are matronly. Black women are fixers and menders and are considered healers, right? Black women are super women, right? Black women are the mammies and the nannies of the world. Black women are always expected to fight everyone else's battles. Black women are social justice warriors for Black men, even though that's starting to slightly change. Black women are the ride or die women. Black women are the women expected to be with Black men and build with Black men when they have nothing. Black women are tough and are considered less feminine than other races of women. Black women are the come up women, and Black women are the clean up women. And this is the part of the reason why successful Black men tend to drop us and trade up. Black men and men in general have no problem moving on from a starter wife or a pick-me wife because she reminds him of struggle. And with Black women, that muling that we do comes at a heavy price, and that price is our vitality, our softness, and our femininity. We often end up obese, out of shape, and looking like haggard rags and feeling 10 to 20 years older than our actual age, because being the ride or die 50-50 come up woman, pick me woman, is draining. But when Black men are on the decline, get the broom, get the mop, and the bucket ready, because when Black men are on the decline, they see us as fixers and healers, and as the women who were designed and created to hold their baggage, right? When Black men are down and out, they rely on the masculine strength and the resilience of Black women to hold them down. The backs of Black women are considered the strongest out of all women. And this kind of male hypocrisy and ego entitlement with Black men who have tasted tremendous success only to have their egos humbled with a downfall is pretty common. Now, this video is not about bashing Black men, but to highlight the brainwashing and the hypocrisy of how many Black men view the Black woman's value, her femininity, the value of her femininity and her worth. Now, we all know about retired NBA champion Lamar Odom and his struggles with sex and drug addiction. And from his own admittance in his best-selling memoir, I think it's called From Darkness to Light, Lamar still struggles with PTSD, and Lamar still struggles with being faithful because of his sex addiction, and Lamar still struggles with the temptation of falling down the rabbit hole of drug use. So Lamar is truly a man who is lucky to be alive. But now Lamar is back to drinking black coffee after the crack binges and the sexual addiction that almost killed him and a failed attempt at playing basketball overseas and here in the US with the Big Three League. Lamar is now with a black queen by the name of Sabrina Parr. Who is a health and life coach, a fitness model, as well as a personal trainer. And I need to say this, ladies, this is not a come up for Sabrina. This is not a W for black women. This is a man who struggles with on again and off again addiction. This is a man who comes with a lot of emotional baggage. And this is a man who struggles with his darkness and his demons. And Lamar also has a lot of unhealthy soul ties. Having sex with a man, ladies, who has had sex with thousands upon thousands of women is not considered a come up. Soul ties are real. Soul ties are real and can have a lifetime of damaging effects on intimacy and vulnerability, which is a healthy part of building a sustainable relationship, right? A fulfilling relationship. Sex is a very powerful act, ladies, and that's why men don't like when we have quote unquote a lot of bodies, because by instinct men are territorial and they don't want to come behind all of the men and all of the people that we sleep with and all of their energies that a woman has been in contact with. So in Lamar's case, he probably needs a good, healthy dose of celibacy so that he can be restored. So Sabrina Parr has her hands full because Lamar seems to be a handful. Now, the reason why there are always going to be women, black women, who are cleanup women, is because black women, no matter what, are always going to prefer to be with a black man. Black women are never going to run to other races of men in wholesale or in droves, right? And black women will always be available to black men who are down and out or black men who have fallen off of their high horse because there is such a dearth of decent black men to choose from that many black women are willing to climb in a ditch to restore broken black men. And black women may bark about this, but there is always going to be that one sister that will love and accept a man where he is at, especially when he is at his lowest. And that is why I personally believe that hypergamy and dating up should be a movement for black women and a solution for young women and girls to help improve their self-worth and their self-esteem and their expectations in men, because unfortunately too many black women are encouraged to be the come up woman and the clean up woman. Too many black women are encouraged to carry the weight of black men and all of their baggage on their backs. Too many black women are encouraged to be surrogate men. Too many black women are conditioned to see themselves as bottom shelf. And too many black women are overly self-reliant to their own detriment, and they get bowled over when black men take their resources and run to the most feminine women that they can get their hands on. So that's all I have to say on this for now. Lamar Odom is very much a man who is still in recovery, but hopefully Lamar is sincere about his professed woke love that he has for the current leading lady in his life, Miss Sabrina Parr. But ladies, always remember that a man is as faithful as his options, so always, 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 always put yourself first. So stay tuned for more videos to come, and I will catch up with you in the next one.